suddenly launches an attack. Vel warns them that this monster is A rank and they will need to fight it together. Clay agrees and prepares to battle. However, Takeru stops them and says that he will handle it alone. Takeru hardens his body and charges straight at the crab. At the same time, B uses its special sound ability to try to paralyze the crab. Takeru then swings his staff with full force and strikes the crab on the head, but it has no effect at all. The crab is far tougher than it looks. Still, Takeru refuses to give up. B uses its ice power to freeze the crab's leg, stopping it from moving. After scanning the monster, Takeru identifies its weak points. He attacks those precise spots and defeats the crab with ease. Everyone is left completely shocked. Clay then gets angry at Takeru and asks why he tried to fight such a monster alone. Takeru apologizes and says he got carried away. He explains that if they used weapons, blood would splash everywhere, and if the crab was injured in the wrong place, it wouldn't taste good. Clay sighs and says he understands that Takeru wanted to eat it, but he reminds him that he is his bodyguard. He tells Takeru that while he knows Takeru is strong and his magic is impressive, he wants him to stay calm in moments like this, trust his companions, and fight together. He assures him that neither he nor Vel will ignore Takeru's judgment, but they still want him to rely on them a little more. Takeru agrees and says he will be more careful next time. In the next scene, they collect all the mineral veins. However, Takeru can still feel a strong presence deeper ahead. He says that if they dig even further, they might find something even more incredible. Hearing this, Zumbo becomes so happy that he starts crying. He thanks Takeru for defeating the demon and gathering so many valuable minerals for them. While listening to all this, Takeru starts thinking to himself, in this world, earthquakes happen and monsters suddenly appear out of nowhere. Maybe this is the impact that God was talking about, the changes that would occur if he entered this world. Because of these changes, unexpected events are happening everywhere. His actions are clearly influencing many things. He hopes that his actions will bring positive changes to the people of this world. After leaving the mine, they go straight to meet the king. Takeru informs him that they have completed the job and also defeated the demon, so he can finally rest easy. Zumbo confirms this and tells the king that Takeru defeated such a powerful demon almost single-handedly. As proof, Takeru pulls the demon out of his bag. The king is deeply impressed and tells Takeru that he can ask for any reward he wants. Takeru thinks for a moment and says that if that's the case, he wants the crab. In the next scene, they are heading back. Vel says that they earned a lot of money by completing the job and that it was a great success. But Takeru has no interest in money at all. He is busy thinking about all the different dishes he can make using that crab. Later, they learn that Vel asked the king for a white Pegasus as her reward, and it has now arrived. At the same time, Clay's spear has also been fully repaired. It is now time for Vel to leave. She explains that she needed the Pegasus for her sister and that she is going to deliver it to her. Saying this, she mounts the Pegasus and flies away. After that, Takeru and Clay return to the city. When they enter the guild, they meet Ariana. She is shocked to see both of them together and asks if they formed a party. Takeru quickly replies that they only teamed up temporarily to complete a mission. But Clay interrupts and says that while it's true they went on a mission together, they have officially formed a party. Hearing this, Ariana becomes extremely happy and says this is wonderful news. She immediately leaves to inform the guildmaster. Takeru turns to Clay and asks what he just did. Clay calmly replies that it's not a problem. He says that he doesn't really have a destination, and he knows Takeru is far from a normal person, so it would be better for him to stay by Takeru's side. Takeru thinks about it and realizes that forming a party with Clay isn't such a bad idea after all. In the final scene, after a long discussion, they decide to name their party the Azure Black Brigade. In the next scene, Takeru brings the Indriite to Grusus and tells him that he has brought exactly what he asked for. The moment Grusus and rebels see it, they are left completely stunned. They can't even speak. Oh. Seeing their reaction, Takeru starts wondering what went wrong. He thinks that high-purity Indriite can be used to forge a sword, but since this Indriite is extremely pure, maybe it's actually difficult to make a sword from it. But instead of being disappointed, Grusus and Rebel suddenly start crying. They say that this Indriite is unbelievably pure, absolutely perfect. Grusus says that he is already 120 years old, but he has never seen so much Indriite gathered in one place before. Seeing how happy they are, Takeru becomes really pleased as well. He smiles and says that at least all his hard work as a gatherer finally paid off. Rebel then tells Takeru that these stones are incredibly valuable and they don't have enough money to buy all of them from him. Takeru replies that he doesn't want money. He reminds them that he already told them he only wants the scissors. He says they can make those later. For now, he wants them to use these stones to forge a sword and win first prize at the exhibition. Grusus and Rebel agree and immediately begin preparing to forge the sword. Half a month later, we see Takeru and Clay sitting together, relaxing and enjoying their meal. Suddenly, Wade approaches them and tells Takeru that an important person wants to see him. Clay notices the crest on the letter and realizes it belongs to House Luce Lavach, the ruling lord of Belkheim and the entire kingdom. Takeru starts feeling nervous. He wonders why the lord would suddenly call for him and worries that something might go wrong. Trying to avoid it, he makes an excuse and says that his stomach hurts and he can't go. Wade reassures him and says that Lord Bemament is a noble and kind person who won't trouble him. Hearing this, Takeru finally agrees and reads the letter. In it, Lord Bemament invites both Takeru and Clay to his residence for an important matter. Takeru panics again and wonders if the Lord is calling him because he wants B. Wade quickly denies this and says that the Lord is not that kind of person. Besides, he doesn't even have the authority to take B from him. In the next scene, they are taken to meet the Lord in a noble carriage. Everyone around them is shocked when they see the luxurious carriage and realizes that it belongs to the Lord. Seeing all the attention, Takeru wonders why everyone is so surprised. Clay explains that receiving an invitation from the Lord is every adventurer's dream. If a Lord decides to support you, your entire life changes. Even an ordinary adventurer can become a noble. Soon they arrive at their destination. A butler named Raymonds greets them and leads them inside. But just then, the Lord's daughter appears. When she sees B, she says that she expected the dragon to be a little more intelligent. But it doesn't matter. She says she will make do with it. She then turns to Takeru and tells him to hand over the dragon because it belongs to her now. Takeru immediately refuses. The girl is shocked that he didn't obey her. She argues that dragons are noble creatures and that she herself is a noble. She says the dragon suits her perfectly and demands that Takeru give it to her. Hearing this, Takeru checks her status. He learns that her name is Tiares, and she studies at a boarding school in the royal capital. She is currently home for the holidays. Takeru calmly asks her why she thinks the dragon should belong to her. She replies that Bernald told her about an adventurer who keeps a dragon, so she thought it was only natural that a dragon should belong to her. Bernald had told her that whenever she meets an agent-like adventurer, she should act in a completely royal manner so that the adventurer would follow her orders. Hearing this, Takeru starts thinking that this Bernald seems quite suspicious. He wonders who Bernald really is. Then Takeru tells her that he is sorry, but B is a part of his family, and he cannot give the dragon to her. After hearing this, Tiares becomes very sad. She says that she did not know the dragon was his bonded partner and apologizes for speaking to him in a rude way. Saying this, she starts crying. Seeing her like that, B tries to calm her down. Takeru then asks her why she wants a dragon so badly. She replies that she wants to show it to her mother and that it is very important to her. Just then, the Lord of Belkheim arrives. Seeing him, Takeru is surprised and thinks that he is very handsome and also quite young. In the next scene, they are sitting together with the Lord, and Takeru asks why they were called here. The Lord replies that he wants their help for his wife. Takeru asks what happened to his wife. Clay explains that the Lord's wife has been bedridden and sick for the past 6 months. The Lord then says that he heard about Takeru curing someone with a very serious illness, which proves how amazing his powers are. That is why he wants Takeru to use his powers to heal his wife. Takeru starts thinking that when he used his magic before, even Clay ended up evolving because of it. If he makes a mistake this time, he does not know what might happen to the Lord's wife. The Lord then explains that Tiares also wants a dragon because of her mother. In a few days, Tiares has to return to school, and she thought that once she leaves, her mother would feel very lonely. That is why she wanted to leave behind a cute creature so her mother would always stay happy. He says that Tiares may be naive, but her heart is very pure, and she is doing all this only for her mother. After hearing everything, Clay becomes emotional and starts crying as well. Seeing everyone like this, even Takeru cannot ignore their situation anymore. He finally agrees and asks them to show him where the Lord's wife is. After that, the Lord takes them to his wife. He tells her that he has brought Takeru, the person with mysterious powers who can cure any illness. He then asks Takeru to come forward, but Takeru first asks if they can make the room a little brighter. The Lord replies that his wife is sensitive to sunlight. Takeru says that it is fine. Takeru then